And even Kevin McCarthy, the Republican House leader, the Speaker, saying we can't hold the country hostage. For more on this, let's bring in Douglas Elmendorf, Dean of the Harvard Kennedy School and a former CBO director. Is it sound policy to say, as the president did last night, if the GOP doesn't get the budget concessions that they seek, that they should go ahead and force the country into default? Is that responsible?
No. Defaulting on the government's debt is not a responsible policy now or ever. Our leadership needs to work out some agreement about future spending and tax revenue that enables us to raise the debt ceiling and keep going.
So why is it, Dean, that regular appropriation bills are not written in such a way that they allow for the required borrowing, if borrowing is required, to be able to spend the money? Why is there a debt ceiling at all if the presumption is that when you appropriate the money and you have to borrow, you're going to borrow enough to pay for what you spend?
You posed the question very well. The debt ceiling is an anachronism, a dangerous anachronism. It grew out of a time 100 years ago when the Congress approved every separate borrowing by the government. That was changed to an overall debt ceiling. But you're just right. Once the Congress and president have passed laws to set spending and the tax code, then certain bills come due and those bills have to be paid. So the debt ceiling ideally would be eliminated. At second best, we should just keep raising it out of the way. What we should focus on is what we want our government to do for us. And that will then tell us what sorts of tax revenue we need to raise and what sorts of spending we want to do.
Do you think that Dan Clifton is right, the strategic analyst who says we're probably entering an age of austerity regardless because debt servicing costs are about to hit 14% of GDP, and that often triggers these needs to cut back elsewhere to make sure we can pay all the bills?
I think people are right to be concerned about the federal government's trajectory of the debt because the trajectory shows increases from what is already a historically very high level. And so I think it's appropriate if going forward, we are very cautious about any increases in spending or reductions in taxes that aren't offset by some other change. And then beyond that, we should look for ways to raise taxes and reduce spending to put the debt trajectory on a more level and sustainable track rather than the upward track that it's on right now.
We've never gone into default, so we really don't know what would happen if we did. What do you think would happen, and what would the effects be? Because everybody says, it seems, it would just be a deep, deep kind of economic peril.
Yes, we don't know for sure because we've never had the bad judgment to try.
Yeah.
But the U.S. financial system and the role of U.S. government securities at the heart of that system is just fundamental to the way the financial system works across this country and around the world. And taking chances with that in a casual way would just be terrible decision-making by our leaders.
Dean Elmendorf of the Harvard Kennedy School, thank you very much for being with us today.